Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Lasite. I'm a fifth year medical student currently studying medicine at KDU in Sri Lanka. So in this video, I'm going to address a very popular question that you guys keep asking me. So if you look at every video that I posted here in this YouTube channel, there is at least one person that asked this question. And that question is, what is the Z score that I need to study medicine at KDU? Now, this is a very tough question to answer, so I'll try to break it down and make it as comprehensible as possible so that all of you can understand it. Okay, now things have changed here at KDU since March of 2024, which was just earlier this year, when the government has said, right, okay, now local students can also apply to become day scholars and study medicine privately at KDU. Since March, local students were only able to apply as cadets. So now they have the option to apply as cadets or as day scholars. So things vary between the two ways of applying to study medicine. Okay, now so far I've been able to analyze data coming from Intake 41, which is the batch that started in January, and they're completing the first year now in December, and the students that apply for Intake 42, which are the students that are going to be starting their first year in January 2025. Okay, now the first thing that I'm going to say is to talk about cadets. So if you want to apply as a cadet, your Z score needs to be really high. Okay, now the things that's been happening so far, KDU, is that the number of cadets that have been selected to KDU to study medicine has decreased over time. So I can't give an exact number of how many students are going to be selected from here towards the next batches in the future, because those are not things that are publicly released. So, but what I can say is the number has been decreasing. There are about 10 to 15 students currently in intake 41. I don't know how many they're going to be in intake 42. Okay, compared to us, where there are about 45, just a little bit above 45 cadets. Okay, so what you need to keep in mind is if you're applying to be a cadet, you're going to have a lot of competition. A lot of more students are going to be applying for less number of seats. So if you were in our batch where there were about 45 cadets, the possibility of you becoming a cadet was much higher than it is now. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind, because they're going to be selecting students based, initially they're going to be screening them looking at their Z scores. So if you have a really high Z score, you have a really high chance of being selected. So if you have a Z score about 1.9, 1.8, that gives you the best chance of being selected as a cadet, for instance. So obviously if you're much lower, if you're going to 1.5, 1.4, you're mostly not going to have a chance there. So you will need to have a really high Z score in order to be selected. Right, so that's for cadets. I'm not going to mention too much about that because this video is mostly for the day scholar part of things. So if you want to apply as a day scholar, your Z score should be approximately around 1.4, or it should be higher than that. Okay, so that's what I've been able to see, the pattern that I've been able to see looking at intake 41 and intake 42 data, which were released on the KDU website. So you can go even now and see at the number of students and the selected students and their grades. Everything is on the KDU website, so you can check this stuff for yourself. So you don't have, one thing that you need to keep in mind is there are a lot of students just like me that are talking about KDU and talk about medicine, but what you need to realize is that you need to find information for yourself by contacting the university. That's the best way for you to find the most accurate type of information regarding how to apply to KDU to study medicine, because chances are that we know what the university has released on their website. We don't know much more than that. The admissions office is the one that knows all the information, all the correct information, all the updated information, because this is something that started this year in March. So things are constantly changing. Intake 41, the informations are not the same as the ones for intake 42. There's been a lot of differences, and chances are that for intake 43 next year, when people start to apply, things will change again. So if you want to get the updated information, you have to call the university and get the updated information. Okay, so now going back, 1.4 is what you should aim to get minimally. So that's the minimum Z-score that you should have to study medicine at KDU based on the results that I've seen from intake 41 and intake 42. Having said that, what you need to realize is that if nationwide people do really well, the average is going to be really high. So people that are going to be applying might have a higher Z-score than what we've seen so far in intake 41 and intake 42. But if people don't do so well nationally, then the average is going to be low as well. And what that means is people applying are going to have lower Z-scores. And what you need to keep in mind also is that you have people applying with Z-scores, and you also have people applying with their London A-levels. So there is a variety of different people applying to study medicine at KDU. Okay, so having said that, there is a number of allocated seats each year. So I'm not able to tell you what is that number because things are constantly changing. Those are no numbers that are publicly released for the public to know. So keep in mind, let's say as an example, that there are 100 seats. Obviously, people with the highest Z-scores are the ones to be selected. And if you look online on their website, usually for the past 2 years, there's been people with a Z-score of 1.8, about a handful of them, around 5 or 6 students. And those will be the first ones to be selected. And then we'll go down to 1.7, 1.6. And what I've seen so far is people with 1.4 are the ones that are going to be selected towards the end. So those are the lower most students that are going to be selected to study medicine. There are also people with 1.3 that get selected that wait in the waiting list, because some students apply with really high Z-scores, but they don't meet the other criteria that KDU wants. For example, being below the age of 27, being unmarried, or having the funds to apply to study medicine at KDU, which is currently for intake 42, 15 million for the 5 years. Okay, so you're going to be paying 3 million per year. So if you don't have the funds, you don't meet the age criteria, then despite you having a really good Z-score, you're not going to be selected. And there is also an interview, and there are some other tests that you need to do. So you need to pass all of those in order to be selected. So let's say that a person 1.6 gets selected because of that Z-scores, but they don't have the funds to study medicine. So then that person gets away from, gets deselected, and the people waiting in the waiting list are going to be boosted up and they're going to be selected. So the chances are then those students get a chance based on the people that already been selected. If they don't pass through, then people underneath get a chance. Okay, so my advice for you is to answer the question that you guys have asked, is that you should try to get really high Z-score, around 1.5, 1.6, to give you guys the best chances of being selected. Having said that, maybe 1.4 or 1.3 might help you, and I say might, okay, might help you to get selected to study medicine at KDU. So try to get the highest that you can in order to be selected. Now, the other thing is, a lot of people ask about scholarships. There are no scholarships at KDU, okay? So you need to be able to self-fund yourself with your parents' money, or if you have worked in the past and you have enough money to pay for the KDU course fees, then that's great. If you don't, obviously that's something you need to take into consideration. There is no point applying if you don't have the money to fund yourself for the 5 years that you're going to be spending at KDU. Alright, so, and like I said before, if you want the correct, most updated informations, then you should contact the university directly and get the information out of them, because they will be the ones that will be able to provide you with the most updated and correct informations. I know there are a lot of you that have been asking me questions. For example, some of you have been applying to different courses and you guys are studying there. Some people are at government universities right now, the different courses, and you guys are asking whether there is a possibility to withdraw from that course and apply to KDU. So obviously those are not things that I'm able to answer for you. The admissions office is the best place to ask those questions. So contact the university, numbers are on the website, they have emails, so you can email them and get the most updated information. So everything that you want to know is on the website. There's another question that you guys have been asking. Everything is on the website. Whenever they release results and all of that regarding the admission process and people that have been selected, it's all there on their website. So take some time, go through the website. They have a site just for the medicine section, so you can go there and explore everything that they have there regarding the admission process, how to apply, what it means to be a cadet, what it means to be a day scholar. So there is a lot of information there for you guys to find out. So with that said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down in the section below and I'll answer those questions as soon as possible. And if you like today's video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.